Okay, a few more questions to go here. Max is selling a pair of mittens for the upcoming winter season. If he sells 120 pairs, he will break even. That means he makes zero money. If he sells 300 pairs, he earns a profit of $720. How much does he earn on the sale of each pair of mittens? And what was the initial cost to purchase the mittens? So let's first figure out what we got here. The question states 120. If he sells 120 pairs, he's going to make zero. Break even means you don't make any money. If he sells 300, he's going to make $720. So there's the 2 points that they give you, and they want to know how much does he earn on the sale of each pair of mittens, and then what was the initial cost to purchase the mittens. So the initial cost, let's take a look at the graph that you're looking at. If you have number of mittens sold and profit. So there you go. There's number of mittens sold and profit. And you have some values. So you know if he sells 120 pairs, he'll break even. So that's zero profit. So let's just randomly put a point. This is 120, 0. And 720 for 300 pairs. Just a rough sketch of the situation. So we have 300 pairs, $720, 120 pairs, $0. And the question is, what was the initial cost to purchase the mittens? So they want to know if this is a line going down, they want to know where does it hit the y-axis? And they also want to know how much does he earn on the sale of each pair of mittens. So that's actually the slope. How fast is it moving up and to the right? So let's first get the slope. We have 2 points, y2 minus y1. So 720 was one of our points, and 0 was the other. That's the y values. And the x values were 300 and 120. So $720 minus 0, and then 300 pairs minus 120 pairs. That's going to give you 720 divided by 280. No, sorry, 180. So 720 divided by 180. $4. The answer is 4. So 720 divided by 180, which is equal to $4 per mitten. Now, if you have the price per mitten, $4 per mitten, there's a couple ways to solve for what's the initial cost to purchase the mittens. So Max sells them $4 a pop. But how much did he pay to get his mittens in the first place? And the easiest way to do that is to put it into the equation and find B, which is your y-intercept. Because as you can see, the point you're looking for is how much money they had when they hadn't sold any mittens. That means that they've just paid for the mittens. They haven't sold them. That point is going to tell you your y-intercept, and it's the initial cost to purchase the mittens. It's the same thing. So to find that, you could extend, if you did a really good job with your graph, you could extend your graph down, figure out where the y-intercept is, and it probably is somewhat accurate, but it may not be perfect. The other way to do it is to use your equation. So you know y equals mx plus b. And this is where we're heading with this entire lesson. Y equals mx plus b. To do the equation to find your b, first of all, you need a slope. We found our slope. Y equals 4x plus b. So we know y equals 4x plus b because we know the slope. Now, to solve for b, you need a point. So any point that is on the line, you got x and y, and you can solve for b. So one of the points is 120 pairs and even. So 0 equals 4 times 120 plus b. So I just subbed in the point 120 for my mitten sold and 0 for my profit. Sub that in, solve. 0 equals 480 plus b. Subtract 480 from both sides. So there you go. You went from 0 equals 4 times 120 plus b. You multiply to get the 480. 480 plus b. To get rid of the 480, subtract. Okay, this is just algebra. Now you have negative 480 equals b. That is your point. That's where the y-intercept occurs, at negative 480. That means you spent $480 on the mittens, and you're selling them at $4 a mitten. But your intercept, how much the initial cost to purchase the mittens? It's $480. It's negative because you owe that money. The questions for that set of homework is 278, numbers 4 and 6, ACE only, 11, 12, and 20. But we're going to continue on and finish up with the last little bit that you need to know for this particular unit.